We're going to talk about the top 3 best value lenses for Sony that are primes. Let's get started. First, we have the 20-1.8G. Now, this is the only G lens that we have out here. It weighs 13 ounces, it's $798, and it is razor sharp. It's very small, compact. It's just a great lens. I use this thing a lot when I'm going out with my fast primes. Believe it or not, I've shot a lot of portraits with it. Environmental portraits where you have to show the person in the scene. It's a great lens for landscape, especially in the early light or the very last vestiges of light of the day. I just find all kinds of uses for it. It's wonderful. The second one is the 35-1.8 FE lens. Now, this lens is very easy to mix up with the APS-C 35mm 1.8, which is really a 50mm field of view. This is the full frame version that came out not long after the A9 II. And so this is a fantastic do-everything lens. It's my favorite lens for shooting weddings because it's so light and you can carry it all day. It's just a perfect view to shoot groups of people together and then coming in, dancing, just everything about getting ready. It's a really, really great wedding lens. Again, I use this one a lot for environmental portraits. But if I'm going to carry something all day, it's going to be the 1.8 instead of the 1.4. The 1.4 is amazing, but this one is $748. And so it's a lot less expensive than the G Master version. And it's just so tiny and lightweight. It weighs just 10 ounces. And then last we have the 85-1.8. Now this lens is one of the most undersung heroes. I think all these 3 are the undersung heroes of the Sony lineup in terms of primes. People always come into Sony and they want to go right for the zooms, and that's great. But if you truly shoot in low light all the time, and that's like a huge part of what you do, these 3 lenses represent a much better way to go and with incredible range. The 85-1.8 is almost always on sale. Sony's got it on sale all the time. It's on sale right now at the time I'm doing this video. It's right at the end of the year in 2023, but it's a really, really great lens. This lens is capable of shooting 30 frames a second on the A1, which the G Master version is not. This lens is much faster in terms of autofocus versus the G Master version 1.4. I love this lens. It's great, and it's $598 and weighs just 13 ounces. So really, these 3 lenses are like my favorite best value lenses. So if you're coming into Sony for the first time and maybe you bought an A7 III or an A7 IV, and you don't have a lot of juice, and you're trying to figure out what the best bang for my buck, what should I get? These 3 lenses are it, in my opinion. They're fast, they're lightweight, and they're not terribly expensive, especially in terms of the 85-1.8. This is just an awesome portrait lens. It's a great lens for basketball if you shoot a lot of action. It's good for wrestling. I mean, it's just really all the way around. If you shoot kids a lot, this is awesome. Now, you might notice that there's a rear cap here. I wish there was a inexpensive, great value 50mm lens that Sony made that I could really recommend, but they don't make one. The 50-1.8 FE lens is really not a good lens. I hate to say it, but it's really not. It doesn't autofocus. It's sharp, but its autofocus is really, really lackluster. It's not good enough to shoot like basketball or close-in sports. So I'm leaving a lens cap here so that we could maybe one day get a 50mm 1.8 G lens, which would be awesome. A really legit lens in this lineup with the G rating, which is a much higher rating than even these 2. I wish Sony would make that. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It would be a really great option to have for people that are wanting to shoot primes. The 55mm 1.8 is venerable, but it's too old, and the autofocus system is not there. The 50mm 1.4 and the 1.2 G Master lenses are amazing, but they're just way expensive. They're just too high for a budget conscious person that's really wanting to do like meaningful work in full frame. So someday I'm hoping there'll be a lens right here to put on that cap on But for now, these three are the best value I think there is in Sony. And one last thing, if you're interested in buying these, I've got these affiliate links. I wish you'd use them. It really helps me to continue to do content like this video right now. Thanks so much for watching.